You eat 3 pancakes, you can get them 50% off. And you go on our wall of fame down there. If you can't eat 3 of them, you get on the famous wall of shame here.
Come on, man, these pancakes can't be that big. Come on, man. Come on, Mike, what are we doing here? Look at the size of this pancake, y'all. My face is gone. My head is gone. All you see is my hat. You see a hat over top of a pancake right now. My face is gone. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of America's Best Restaurants. Right now, I am here in West Texas, not to be confused with Western Texas, as right now we are here at Smokey Bears BBQ Ribhouse. I'm about to go inside and eat some delicious food, and I also heard that they might have a big surprise for me. So let's go inside, talk to the owner, Mike, have some fun, and of course, as always, get to the eating. Right now, I'm back here in the kitchen with the owner of Smokey Bears BBQ. Mike, I'm glad to be here, my man.
Man, we're glad to have you.
Thank you very much. So, right now, we're here in the kitchen. You about to make up some real good Southern cooking for me while I'm about to get.
Yes, sir. We're fixing to show you our country fried chicken fried steak.
Awesome. Well, let's get started, baby.
All right. This is a new steak we got. It's an hour round. We got it seasoned. We'd like to try to season it for 24 hours because it gets that good flavor into the meat.
Now, what kind of wash are you using there?
We're doing buttermilk and egg.
Get the good double wash in there?
Yep.
Feels like you've been doing this for a while, Mike.
For a little while.
So, all right, you dropped it right in that fryer?
Yeah, we're gonna let it in there for about 5 minutes.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna let Mike change his gloves. We're gonna clean this all up. He's gonna flip that chicken, and then we'll be right back and enjoy a delicious country chicken fried steak. So,
Yes,
Mike, what kind of seasons can I expect to taste from this?
This is me and a friend of mine from Louisiana. It's a Cajun kind of recipe that we got, and since we invented it, that's the only thing I use. I use it on everything I make. It's not real spicy or anything. It's just a good blend of flavor. It's just a good pop of flavor when you bite into it.
I got you. So it sounds almost like a Cajun
Yes.
style. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that thing. Look how massive that is. I mean, Mike, do you eat one of these in a single serving?
That's a half order.
That's a half order? That's a half order. Oh man, that looks absolutely amazing. Perfect crisp on that. Oh man, and I love the way that gravy looks. Great flavor on that, Mike.
Thank you.
Whatever seasoning that you're using there, perfect seasoning on that. And then you got the outer shell with the crisp, great crunch on that. Any great chicken fried steak has to have that perfect crust outside of it. And it's perfectly encapsulated, that steak. That is absolute great flavor that you have on this, man. That is great, great flavor. Now I'm gonna try it with the gravy. Oh man, and that gravy is like a warm hug, you know what I'm saying? Mike, that was phenomenal. Really enjoyed eating that. But I think it's time for you and me, go out, hang out, and have a couple more things to eat, and we're gonna talk about your life, man.
That'll work.
Love it, baby. All right, guys, so right now, we just got out the kitchen, and now Mike and I were sitting down, and we got a plate full of meats and a plate for breakfast.
There you go.
Now, Mike has been kind enough to give me these delicious foods, but before I start eating any of this, Mike, I would just like to get an idea of the man that runs this restaurant here.
It started back in 2013, 2014, roughly, and I volunteer at Kids Camp, Day Spring Campground, where we volunteer, and that's when I took over the kitchen responsibilities, and it started leading from that, started doing catering events, started doing benefits for people and all, cooking and all. And God just tugged on my heart, told me, hey, you need to open a restaurant. So our camp is based on love offering basis. We don't charge anything to come out, especially on the kids, where some of these camps are $300, $400, $500 for a kid to go to camp.
Woo, yeah.
They're expensive. Well, we don't charge our kids.
Wow.
Whatever they can afford, if they can't afford nothing, send your kids. I guess that's one thing God put on my heart was, for me, when I'm working in the kitchen, you don't know if that's the last good meal these kids are gonna have before they go back home.
Yeah.
Because you don't know where they come from. You don't know what they're dealing with right now. That's why I guess he put me where I'm at now, is because when someone comes to eat, they're gonna get a good meal. They're gonna get a full serving a little overfull, some people say. But yeah, and a good meal, and that's what I like to do, is just love to cook and serve the community and volunteer.
I'm glad you brought that up because I remember when I first got here, Lauren went up to the customer and said, y'all better be full now. Don't tell me y'all ain't full. And I'm like, wow, like you guys really want people to just leave here full. Like,
we do, that's one thing we tried on. If you leave my place hungry, you better come tell me, because I'll give you more food. Because there's no way you're gonna leave here hungry.
I'd love to hear that, man. I was trying to hold off, but I couldn't stop myself from eating the brisket. That brisket is so tasty, man.
Thank you.
So much flavor. Great smoke ring on that. But one of my favorite parts about this brisket right here is the nice fat cap that's been properly rendered. It's nice, soft, gives that extra buttery flavor to it. It makes it really juicy, really tasty. That's good stuff, man. I love the fact that you guys want to feed people to the point where, you know, you're not allowed to leave hungry, which most restaurants don't care. You come in, pay your money, you get whatever serving you're supposed to get, and you gotta go. But I have to believe that your desire to have people leave full and not leave here hungry at all comes from your dedication to service to others.
Right,
and,
it is.
And that started with this program you do with these kids, right?
Right. I always donate to the Youth Association. Always like to put into our youth.
I love that.
Because if you don't put into your youth, you don't know what's to come. If you put a lot into them and guide them and teach them and work, they'll come up in the way they need to be. Because I don't want to leave any kid behind, any kid hungry. That's my goal.
The fact that we have people like yourself who are dedicated to doing the right thing by these young people is an excellent example of a good man, a good person. I mean, obviously, your faith is a big part of your life and a major motivating factor for you.
If it wasn't for God and all, like I said, we opened up in 2020, January 17th of 2020, and COVID hit in February. And the only way we got through that was because of God. To anybody, if you're gonna start something, if God's in it, he's gonna provide the way. Because he has from step.
Yes, sir. I mean, but he never said it was gonna be easy, though.
No.
Never
it ain't
said
gonna
it's
be
gonna be
peachy. It ain't gonna be rosy like people think. You're gonna have your times of trials and hard times and all. And just when you do, just hunker down with him, and it'll get you right through them bad times. I have to say that to myself. So everybody says, "Oh, you're just saying." No, I have hard times. I have to look in the mirror sometimes and say, "Look, God's got this."
First off, I gotta thank God for these ribs. Because these are delicious, man.
Man, I tell you what, I can't keep them on Thursdays.
Really?
Yeah, I sell all the ribs by noon.
I believe it, man. Great flavor on these. I love the barbecue sauce that you're using on here.
Thank you.
It's really tender, comes off the bone. That is really good, man. Really good stuff. Now, I kind of want to pivot just a little bit because you're actually located in a very unique location.
Yes.
You had a couple other places before this, right?
Yeah, I had one other place.
One other place.
Yes.
Now, before we get into where we're at right now, tell me how that transpired, how you went from the previous location to where we're at right now.
When I was at the other place, one of my friends came in and told me, "Hey, you need to call the auction barn. I think they're looking for someone to take over the cafe." So I said, "All right, I'll call over." I called over and talked to her. She said, "Yeah, right now everything's pretty good right now, but she said if something changes, I'll call you." It wasn't a week later. Everybody calling me. Ladies over at the auction barn trying to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
You need a caller. You need a caller. So, all right, I dug her number up, called her, and she said, "We need to meet." I said, "All right, when you want to meet?" She said, "Tomorrow." I said, "Oh." I said, "Okay, we'll meet tomorrow."
Yeah.
So I come over, meet, and we got everything worked out. And she said, "Cafe is too much for me." She said, "All I want to do is walk out. You walk in, you take everything." Oh, wow. I said, "That's God." And it's been a blessing since. I said, I get to meet a lot of new people over here. I think God's got us over here for a few people that need him to witness to. And I think that's why all the doors line up and opened up for me over here.
Won't he do it?
Yeah, he'll do it. I'm telling you.
Time to let the cat out of the bag. You're like you just mentioned it, but we are at a auction barn.
Yeah, for cattle.
For cattle. That's where we are at right now. Like, tell me the impact that has on your business.
Oh, it's crazy. On Thursdays, I guess we probably see around 300 people. The people come in, the farmers always come in, and the cattle guys come in. They always want that big chicken fried steak, or their big brisket plate, or their ribs. Like I said, my ribs, I can't keep them in. A lot of people get mad. Why are you out of ribs? I can only cook so much.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Well, I've tasted everything on this barbecue plate. Everything was fabulous. The brisket, you know, I keep going back to it. So tasty. The ribs, nice and sweet. And I mean, at the end of the day, who doesn't love jalapeno cheese sausage, right?
Right. And I have to give a shout out. I got people I buy that from. They're all the way in Fredericksburg. I won't use any other sausage.
Nice. I just smashed the blimp on this barbecue plate.
Okay.
But I got a breakfast plate on here.
Okay.
But I still want to talk to you, Mike. I still
All
want
right.
to talk a little more with you, man. You moved here. You're here in the auction place. You have your daughter-in-law working with you. You said your wife is in here. Sometimes your son used to work in here.
Right.
Obviously, on top of faith, family is another very important thing to you.
Right. It's just good to have a good, close family. Even my brothers, my sister, we all close. So me and my oldest brother, we volunteer at the camp now. He came on board with us. And it's always been that way with us, our family. That's why I love working with my family. And I'm hoping one of my grandkids will come up and take this business over.
Oh, so you're looking for the next generation?
Yes.
Okay.
You see,
okay.
I got 2 grandsons and I got a granddaughter. Any one of them want to take it over, I'll help them out with it. Like I said, that's our future, you know. We're going to be old one day. They got to take care of us.
Yeah, that's true. That is true, yeah.
And I just don't want to be kicked to the curb, you know. Oh, I don't.
Mike said, this is self-preservation, baby. Like, I'm a good dude, but this is self-preservation.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, man, I love that, man. This is a great breakfast right here. I mean, just an American classic. Sausage patties, bacon, eggs, some tater tots. I mean, you can't go wrong with that, man. The only thing that's missing is, like, some pancakes. That's the only thing that I think is missing.
We got some pancakes. Have you heard about our pancakes challenge?
No, tell me about the pancake challenge.
You eat 3 pancakes, you can get them 50% off, and you go on our wall of fame down there. If you can't eat 3 of them, you get on the famous wall of shame here.
Come on, man, these pancakes can't be that big. Come on, man. Come on, Mike, what are we doing here? Look at the size of this pancake, y'all. My face is gone. My head is gone. All you see is my hat. You see a hat over top of a pancake right now. My face is gone.
We had a couple Channel 25 people here. The top guys up there, there's 4 or 5 of them from American Truck Driving School. And the instructor said, hey, he said, I got to start doing something different to my kids. He said, during orientation, I'm going to tell them, if you go eat at the cafe up there, make sure you don't eat for a week so you can eat them pancakes. I said, we'd like to see some other guys on the other wall.
Yeah, I noticed that because, like, on the Hall of Fame side, you got one 6-year-old kid.
Yes.
And we got a whole bunch of grown men here that failed the challenge.
Yes, that's it.
So did I just accidentally get entered into the challenge?
Yes, you did.
All right, well, let's see how this turns out.
All right.
Oh, this is gonna be a long day. This is gonna be a long day.
You gonna be able to do it?
Mike, I'm trying, man. Oh. Mike, this is delicious, but I can't do it anymore. I need bacon, though.
Bacon makes everything better.
I can't do it anymore, man. I guess y'all just gonna have to put me up in the wall of shame. Mike, this is a wonderful, wonderful plate of food. I don't know if my stomach is happy with me at this moment because of all the pancake I have inside of it, but Mike, I appreciate you being so generous, man.
No problem, dude. No problem.
Thank you for inviting America's Best
Yeah,
Restaurants.
thank y'all, man. Thank y'all.
I'm going to sleep. All right, guys, we just had a great episode here at Smokey Bears BBQ. Mike is a really good dude. I mean, there's just no way around it. I mean, he's really shown that he's dedicated his life to his community, to service, and to faith. And that's just the type of person that we really love here at America's Best Restaurants, on top of the fact that the food was absolutely delicious. With that said, that pancake challenge really just beat me down. I think I need a nap. But with that said, we're really glad to be here at Smokey Bears BBQ. I'm Theo Williams for America's Best Restaurants. Hope to see you.